Hi everyone, welcome to the first Corgi range announcement of 2025, detailing the brand new models arriving in stock between January and April. Last year was one of our biggest ever, with many of our models selling out incredibly quickly, so I'm really looking forward to revealing what we have in store for you this year. First up, the P-51D Mustang returns to the range with an iconic livery, an aircraft named Jersey Jerk, piloted by flying ace Major Donald Strait. A Mustang in this livery flies today from Sywell Aerodrome in the UK and has been called arguably the most beautiful Mustang flying in Europe today. This is our early pre-production sample of the model and is still subject to some serious changes, but it definitely will have 2 drop tanks included this time. Next, we have the return of the Corsair Mark II to the range for the first time since 2007. This release salutes Donald J. Shepard, the only Fleet Air-Arm Corsair ace and the first Canadian Navy ace of the Second World War. This aircraft operated from HMS Victorious during the closing months of the Pacific Campaign, with Shepard famously pursuing a Japanese fighter for over 20 miles at 20,000 feet before flying through the exploding aircraft as he finally shot it down. Moving to an entirely different front in the war, we have the return of the Focke-Wulf 190 to the range with a legendary pilot's aircraft. Otto Kittel was the highest scoring ace in the Focke-Wulf 190 with 267 aerial victories on the Eastern Front. And he was also the highest scoring ace in history to be killed in combat. This is one of those models where it's incredible to me that we've never produced this livery before now, so we're expecting this release to be extremely popular. And going large with our final World War II release, we have the return of the consolidated Catalina in a much loved livery that inspired an aircraft that flies today from Imperial War Museum Duxford. Miss Pickup, in both her wartime and modern day incarnations, has had a storied career, and we're delighted to bring this one to the range, with the added bonus that this is the first OA-10 Catalina that we've released since 2008. And finally for Aviation Archive, we have the second release in our new Vietnam themed range with the Sikorsky Sea King. A highly unusual livery of an aircraft that was lost on operations in 1967, this release pays tribute to the brave aircrew that ran rescue operations behind enemy lines during the war. Moving on to Vanguards, we have a wide selection of colourful Fords hitting the collection, as well as a couple of returning favourites from other manufacturers. First up, our ever popular Ford Capri Mark III returns to the range in a stunning Imperial Red metallic finish. We have a rare split-run release of the Ford Escort Mark IV XR3i in black, with both cars having special and unique stories behind their different number plates. Which one will you choose, or maybe even both? The Ford Escort RS Cosworth is back as well, this time in Moondust Silver. And finally for Ford models, our Transit Custom Sport debuts some new accessories for the first time, with a pair of ladders added to the roof. Moving away from Ford, we've noted the returning popularity of Rover in the models we've added to the range over the last year, so I'm very pleased to reintroduce the Rover P6 3500 V8 to the range. And finally, the Triumph TR7 is back in the range in a rare Persian Aqua paint finish. Moving on to our Corgi Classics models, we have some exciting new releases to debut from a pair of legendary science fiction franchises. Firstly, I'm thrilled to reveal our brand new tool model of the USS Enterprise NCC-1701 in its movie refit form, first seen in Star Trek the Motion Picture in 1979. This is quite possibly the most highly decorated model we've ever produced in the Corgi range, and the model also features a heavy metal construction with only a couple of small detail components made from plastic. This release is presented in our premium Star Trek collector packaging and is due to arrive in February. We'll have more Star Trek models coming later this year, but I'm also very pleased to reveal that we're in development on a new tool model of the USS Enterprise NCC-1701E, as first seen in the classic movie Star Trek First Contact in 1996. This new model is being timed to arrive in time for the 30th anniversary of that film and the impending 60th anniversary of the franchise itself. If you tuned into the JerryAnderson.com podcast in December last year, you'll already have had a preview of our final announcements, but I'm excited to provide a bit more detail and show off some more prototype samples. 2025 marks the 60th anniversary of Thunderbirds, so we're returning the full collection of classic models to the range in a way they've never been done before. All of these new releases feature premium and colour-accurate decoration for the very first time. These are our initial pre-production samples of the models and still subject to change. We've also gone back and retooled the upper section of Thunderbird 3 to be more accurate to the original model from the series. When you look at the new models versus the previous releases, it's a night and day difference. Our initial wave of models is due in March and includes a double pack of Thunderbirds 1 and 3, Thunderbird 2 with a tiny Thunderbird 4 in the deployable pod, and the iconic Fab 1. All are packaged in this new vehicle-themed packaging for the very first time, featuring premium foil finish. But that's not all, as later this year we'll be launching 2 more Thunderbirds vehicles as brand new tool models. A larger version of Thunderbird 4, and for the first time ever in diecast, Thunderbird 5. Both will feature action features, and the updated Thunderbird 3 model will be able to dock with Thunderbird 5. We're planning for these to be available for the anniversary itself in September. That's it from me for now, but stay tuned to our social channels as we'll have some more Aviation Archive releases that didn't quite make it in time for this announcement to reveal ahead of our next full range video in late April. Plus, don't miss our Diecast Diaries blog for the latest updates on our other new tool items, like the Messerschmitt ME410 and the Ford Fiesta Mark II, which are both coming later this year. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.